So let's begin our discussion. Reshaping. So we have seen reshaping in different way. Let's try to understand some more methods and try to reshape the matrix using different techniques here. So earlier what we did, we have been using numpy dot random dot rand n, or maybe rand, or maybe rand integer, right? So every time writing this whole thing is difficult, right? So when I say difficult, it's lengthy. So every time I cannot write this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to import something like this from numpy. Okay, give me a second. Okay, from numpy dot random import rand int, right? So I'm going to give a shortcut name to this rand int. It is a ri. So I can, going forward, I just need to mention ri instead of writing numpy.random.rand int. I can just use ri. So this is a shortcut we are trying to give, just like how we have given np np for the numpy. Same thing I'm trying to do here. So the way we have to write is from numpy.random import rand int, right? We are going to import this and I'm going to give a shortcut name as ri. So that is basically what I'm trying to do here. So now I'm going to use ri, that is random integer. So I'm saying 1, 99, and these are the number of elements I want between 1 to 99. So this methods we have seen earlier. So let's generate the numbers. So these are the randomly generated integers between 1 to 99. So 99 is excluded, as we know that. Now we have the data here, A. I'm going to take this data A. I'm going to say dot reshape. So I'm saying 2, 3, 5. We have seen 3 cross 5. We have seen 4 cross 6, something like that. But when I say 2, 3, 5, this is something different. So how it is going to reshape? Is it a 2 rows, 3 columns? In that case, what is 5? Is it a 3 rows, 5 columns? Then what is 2? So those are the questions will obviously cross in our mind. So how it is going to deal in NumPy? So it is saying that 2, 3, 5, it means that I need 2 matrices. Right? I need 2 matrices. Each should have 3, 5. So now we can calculate that 5 cross 3, 15, and one more matrix 15, right? Which is obviously number 30, right? So that many integers we are generating. So that is how it is going to interpret. So let's execute this. Now you can see we have all this data we already generated. In this data, what it is going to do, first 15 numbers it will take and create one matrix, and remaining 15 numbers will take and create another matrix. So that is basically what this guy talks about. Two matrices. Each one should have 3 rows and 5 columns. That's how you can interpret. So if you want to reshape into only one matrix, so obviously you have to make sure that these 30 elements should fit in only one matrix. Maybe 5 into 6, right? Or 6 into 5, or 10 into 3, 3 into 10. However you want to fit, you can fit it. So that is one more way of creating multiple matrices. So this is the same data I'm using it, and I'm saying 6, 5, right? Then, if I want to know the minimum number and the maximum number within the matrix, what we have? The simple functions we have: dot min, dot max. So whichever the data set, matrix you are going to use, either C or A, whatever it is, doesn't matter, right? So this is our matrix and I'm taking this C and I'm saying dot min, minimum of any of whatever the number in this, which is minimum, will be printed. And if you want to find the maximum, you don't need to look into it. You can always just say dot max, right? So let's execute this. So yeah, minimum is 1, as we can see here. We don't have anything less than 1, and maximum is 97. So in simple query, or I would say function, I will be able to find minimum number and maximum number. And there are many things you can find out. So what you can do, just see and press dot. You will be able to see many more methods here, what and all you can do, right? Some of them are not important for us, or it's not meant for us, and whichever is we are going to use, so that we are going to discuss, all right? So we'll discuss more about this in the future. As of now, let's try to understand the min and max, so which we know that it is going to produce the minimum number and the maximum number. Now let's understand the sort, right? So which is very important. Suppose say I have a data set. So let's say I have a matrix now. I'm going to create a matrix. Here I'm saying random integer, generate 25 numbers between 1 and 100, and take those 25 numbers and convert into 5 into 5 matrix, which is very simple, which we already know about it. So this is going to generate one matrix. Now let's print that matrix here. Then we'll talk about NumPy sort, right? So column wise as well as row wise. So let's execute this, then we'll interpret this. So first of all, since we already know what is reshape and random integer generation, so I'm not going to talk much about this. This is the result of our matrix. Now let's talk about this guy. Suppose say NumPy dot sort. What it is going to do? I'm just passing this m. So if you look into this row, so here 14, 25, 85, 71 and 42. Look, no, just pay attention to the very first row. 14, 25, now 42, 71 and 85. It is sorted. Similarly for the next row, next row, next row, next row. Just compare with this original matrix. You will see all the data in sorted order from lowest to highest, ascending order you can say, right? So that is by default, it is going to sort row wise. If I want to sort it column wise, obvious question. So how will I be able to sort it? In that case, we are going to add extra parameter here. That is nothing but axis. Axis equal to 0 here. So what it is going to do, it is going to sort the data column wise. Now compare, this is the original matrix. Don't compare with this because this is the result of sorting row wise. So we have to compare with original matrix. If you look into the very first column, okay, give me a second. If you look into the very first column, 14, 57, 10, 5 and 68. So after sorting, you will be able to see that the lowest number came first here, then 10, 14, 57 and 68. So yes, how do I do that? Using this parameter called axis. Axis equal to 0. If you don't mention this, obviously it is going to assume that user wants to sort row wise. By default, it will be axis equal to 1. How do I know whether it is a default equal to axis equal to 1? So I will keep my cursor inside the parenthesis. I will press Shift Tab. What is that? Shift plus Tab on your keyboard. So it will pull up this small window. Then here you can see the default values, right? Default values you will be able to see. There are kind, equal to, none. So this is basically a sorting techniques that all happens behind the scene.